This video is sponsored by Factor 75. Get fresh, ready-made meals delivered to your doorstep when you sign up with Factor. Their menus are updated weekly. They have seafood, veggie, and keto options, if that's what you're looking for. Check my link in the description below and use code FACTORSE10507 for 60% off your first box.
Next, we got conservative-leaning Supreme Court raises hypothetical in LGBTQ discrimination case. Now, this is Tatiana Perry. This focuses on how, like, the hypotheticals they were bringing up were about race rather than sexual identity or sexuality. Mm-hmm. So it's like, but that's just kind of like the litmus test for, like, is this acceptable? Like, if you're going to make a law about gay marriage or something, the litmus test is, like, make it black. If it sounds like immediately like, that's not good, then maybe it's a bad law. So, like, gay marriage should be outlawed. Okay, let's make it black. Interracial marriage should be outlawed. No. So, like, I disagree that the hypotheticals are irrelevant, which is what she's kind of getting at here. But what we really wanted to talk about with this is Alito's thing. So Judge Jackson, Ketanji Brown Jackson, said, like, if a mall photographer can exclude children of color from a photo shoot because the business wants to express its own view of nostalgia about circumstances past by reproducing classic 1940s and 1950s Santa scenes. So, like, you wouldn't see black kids in those things because in the 1940s and 50s they wouldn't allow black kids in those things. To which I actually have it queued up. Let's listen to Justice Alito's response to that.
But it depends on, okay, Justice, then I really...
Wait, I have that on, like, double speed. I don't need that.
That's caffeine, Alito.
But it depends on...
Okay, Justice, then I really will stop. Justice Jackson's example of the Santa in the mall who doesn't want his picture taken with black children. So if there's a black Santa at the other end of the mall, and he doesn't want to have his picture taken with a child who's dressed up in a Ku Klux Klan outfit. That black Santa has to do that?
No, because Ku Klux Klan outfits are not protected characteristics under public accommodation laws.
And presumably that would be the same Ku Klux Klan outfit, regardless whether the child was black or white or any other characteristic.
Yeah, you do see a lot of black children in Ku Klux Klan outfits, right? All the time. Suppose that,
What?
That's kind of the meat of it right there. So, like, yeah, he uses the example of, or like they use the example of, like, okay, well, would you force like, if there's a mall Santa doing pictures and he's black, and a kid shows up in a KKK outfit, would you force him to take a picture with that kid? And the obvious answer is no, because wearing a KKK outfit is not a protected class.
Yeah.
Whereas race, gender, sexual orientation, gender identity, all those things, those are protected classes.
Because protected classes are usually, with one exception, they are considered immutable characteristics. The one exception usually being religion. Religion can be a protected class for a variety of reasons. But outside of that, it's almost always an immutable characteristic.
Yeah.
You can take off an outfit.
Yeah, and so then he, like, when they pointed that out to him, he kind of quipped that, like, oh, because, like, they brought up, like, okay, well, it doesn't matter. It's the same KKK outfit, whether it's a black kid or a white kid underneath. And Naramdaput said with regards to the black kids wearing the Klan outfit, and him saying, oh, yeah, because you see a lot of black kids wearing KKK outfits. He says, I think that was sarcasm. It's like, yeah, that was sarcasm, but the underlying point there is that, like, the only way that joke works is if he expects it to be a common occurrence that people are just familiar with a bunch of white kids wearing KKK outfits.
Yeah, and
So,
that's kind
like,
of the thing with, like, that's kind of the thing with a lot of humor you usually just kind of have to ask yourself, what previously held beliefs do I have to get the joke?
Yeah, the only way that joke works is if it's expected to be normal to have white kids in KKK outfits. Like, no, a KKK outfit is not expected in any scenario because they are not a socially acceptable group. So if you're like, if seeing white kids in a KKK outfit is normal enough for you to like be like, oh yeah, you never see a black kid in them, sarcastically, like, I mean, like, I'm not saying he actually does know a lot of white kids in KKK outfits, but like, it just kind of speaks to his mindset with regards to this topic.
It's like, yeah, it's a normal thing for the white kids to have the KKK outfits. Like, maybe it's not a normal thing for any kids to have the KKK outfits.
No, I wouldn't think so. All right, anyway, that's the main thing I wanted to get to with this article, but it is getting late, so let's get on to some tweets.